Hello everyone, welcome again to my channel Step by Step in Physical Education. I am your subject expert Dr. Ritika Bhatia. In this video today we will discuss the remaining part of this chapter, which is chapter 3, Physical Fitness, Wellness and Lifestyle. In our last video we discussed about the meaning, importance of physical fitness, wellness and lifestyle. Today in this video we will discuss about the component of physical fitness and wellness. So in last video, as I told you, what is physical fitness? A set of physical attributes related to a person's ability to perform physical activity successfully without undue strain and with a margin of safety. Means whatever working you are doing, whatever activity you are doing, after doing that activity, you have a reserve energy in your body to do the extra workout, which is your physical fitness. Now, how we determine this physical fitness? What are the main components, main parts of this physical fitness on the basis of which we can understand the term of physical fitness? Means what important things you require in your physical fitness. So there is a five component of physical fitness. Those are strength, speed, endurance, flexibility and coordinative ability. So one by one we will discuss about these components, that what these are in actual way. Strength. As all of you know that when we do any work, any heavy workout, we need our strength. So exactly what is the strength? Strength is the ability of muscles to overcome resistance. It is the amount of force a muscles or group exert. Means whatever activity you do, so there is a lots of there is required to do complete. Required strength. Some heavy sports like weightlifting, boxing, in all these you require the strength. We can divide the strength in two types: static strength and dynamic strength. Now, which you without any movement, means ability to hold pose without any movement. Whenever we do any activity, any strengthening activity, so there is no any physical movement seen. It is also called isometric strength, and it is often measured by isometric exercises like holding, plank position, all this. It is not directly seen in any sport but usually used in phases in some sports like weightlifting and all these. It is called isometric strength. Why? Because in this activity, no change in the muscles length seen. No workout is seen to do. Means it is not completed in actual way. In a plank, when we do the plank, there is no change in the length of. We do the exercise muscles. We do the exercise to increase the strength, but change in a length. Okay. How we can improve this static strength? With the help of few exercises. Those are wall sit, overhead hold, help of a wall, and bend the knees, and then we keep strict in a that uh, hold the body in a proper manner. Hold, we hold our body on a hands up and up over the head. In gluteus bridge, we hold position with the help of our legs and hamstring. In this diagram, In isometric, that the changing in isometric strength. Our next type of strength is dynamic strength. What is it is also called isotonic strength because it is related to the speed movement. What does it mean? Do any workout, when we apply force on muscles, then on a particular distance, through a particular distance to move object, it is called strength. Means when we do any workout, when do any exercise, the movement show in that particular workout. The change in length as well as tension also change in our muscles or muscles group. It is called isotonic because the movement with speed is happen in this. In push-ups and pull-ups, we require dynamic strength. It goes up and down in the same way. This strength is of diminishing tendency in which muscles refuse to work after some time. Why? Because when do any workout, our muscles get tired, and when it get tired, then it refuse to work after some time. That is the reason our dynamic. Further, dynamic strength is also divided in sub 3 parts. Those are maximum strength, explosive strength, and strength endurance. What is maximum strength? To do any workout, when we require or to do any move any object from one place to another place, we require a strength from our muscles. So whatever maximum push or pull we can use by our body, it is our maximum strength. Explosive strength, when we have to use the strength beyond our capacity, the force which is used beyond our capacity is called explosive strength. Now strength endurance, when we require the strength to do work for a longer time with a maximum force, that is called strength endurance. Okay. Now how we can improve our dynamic strength? There is a few exercises with the help of whom we can improve dynamic strength, that is dumbbell, tricep dips, squats, leg extension, and sit down. These are the few exercises with the help of we can improve. There are some more few exercises with whom we can improve our dynamic strength also. Here in a picture you can see that in isotonic, which is dynamics, our dynamic strength is also called isotonic strength. So in this, eccentric and concentric contraction is seen in our muscles group, with the help of whom the tension and length is also changed during the dynamic strength. Now the next component is speed. It is the ability to move the body in minimum time. Means in normal term you can say that the maximum distance covered in a minimum time. It is basically reaction time. Means if any individual having a good reaction time, if he or she can react for any stimulus very fast, then he or she having a very good speed. But the other factor which is also determine our speed in body, it is muscle fiber in our body. What type of muscle fiber in our body, it also determine our speed. There is a two type of muscle fiber in an individual. Those are fast twitch fibers and slow twitch fibers. So how these fibers determine our speed? Fast twitch fibers are those contract rapidly and produce maximum force but fatigue quickly. Means these are the fiber which contract very fast, in a very fast manner. When we do any workout, when we do any speed workout, so these with the help of these fiber, our body get speed. They contract speedily, release the energy speedily, produce maximum force same at the same time, but fatigue also very speedily and quickly. Okay, whereas slow twitch fibers contract slowly, produce less force, and also fatigue slowly, which will be helpful in endurance workout. We do any long distance workout or for a longer duration any workout, then these slow twitch fiber help us to release the energy slowly, contract slowly, and produce the force slowly, and also get fatigue slowly. And individual participation in any sport decide on these fibers only. What type of activity, in what type of activity you can participate, it is depend on your muscles fiber. That if you have a more fast twitch fiber, then you can participate in speed event, sprinting and all this. If you have a more slow twitch muscle fiber, then you can participate in a endurance workout or marathon or long distance activities. Okay. The next component is endurance. Is the ability to resist fatigue. Means how long we can sustain any activity without any exertion. बिना थके कितनी देर तक हम वर्कआउट कर सकते हैं. A general ability to do any kind of physical activity that increase your heart rate above 50% of your maximum, and it is measured by number of repetitions. Means whenever we do any long duration workout, then definitely our heartbeat is increased. Whatever heartbeat we have in a resting period, it is increased 50% more than the during the workout. So when we do any long term workout, so obviously it increase our ability to resist the fatigue, and we can count this in the number of repetition, that how many times, how count we can do that workout. It tell about our endurance capability. Basically endurance also having a three types. We can distribute in a three types: basic endurance, speed endurance, and general endurance. What is basic endurance? It is the ability to perform movement in which large number of bodies get involved. Means ability, whatever workout we do, in that workout our more muscles, our whole body or large number of muscles group is in. The activities performed at slow pace for long duration like jogging, walking, slow running and swimming. Means कुछ भी वर्कआउट जब हम करते हैं, हम डेली रूटीन में कोई भी फिटनेस एक्सरसाइज करते हैं, तो वो डेली रूटीन की फिटनेस एक्सरसाइज को करने के लिए जितना भी टाइम हमें लगता है, दैट इज आवर बेसिक एंड्योरेंस. विदाउट एनी हिंडर जब हम उस वर्कआउट को इजीली कर लेते हैं, दैट इज आवर बेसिक एंड्योरेंस. स्पीड एंड्योरेंस, it is the ability to resist fatigue in activities lasting up to 45 seconds. Means कुछ भी एक्टिविटी को करने के, लॉन्ग ड्यूरेशन की एक्टिविटी को करने के लिए स्पीड का भी रिक्वायरमेंट होता है. उस लॉन्ग ड्यूरेशन वर्कआउट को हम स्पीड वे में करते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड स्पीड एंड्योरेंस. इट इज मेनली डिपेंड अपॉन द पावर एंड कैपेसिटी ऑफ एनर्जी प्रोडक्शन. मीन्स कि हमारे अंदर कितनी ताकत है, कितनी एनर्जी हमारी बॉडी प्रोड्यूस कर सकती है उस पर्टिकुलर वर्कआउट को करने के लिए. एग्जाम्पल इज 400 मीटर इवेंट. एज यू नो दैट इन दिस इवेंट वी हैव टू रन फॉर 400 मीटर with the maximum speed, so it is called speed endurance. Now general endurance, it is the ability to resist fatigue satisfactorily caused by different type of activities. Activities may be aerobic और anaerobic in nature. Means कि डेली रूटीन के हिसाब से एक जनरल एंड्योरेंस हर किसी की बॉडी की होती है, जिसको हम सेटिस्फैक्टरी तरीके से किसी भी काम को करने के लिए यूज कर सकते हैं. It could be aerobic or it could be anaerobic both. These activities may be low or high intensity but for longer duration. Means किसी भी तरीके की एक्टिविटी जो हम कर रहे हैं लॉन्ग ड्यूरेशन तक, हम जॉगिंग कर रहे हैं, हम स्किपिंग कर रहे हैं, हम स्टेयरिंग्स कर रहे हैं, कुछ भी कर रहे हैं, तो एरोबिक एनारोबिक किसी भी तरीके की एक्टिविटीज़ हो सकती है जो हमारी बेसिक जनरल एंड्योरेंस के ऊपर डिपेंड करती है। ओके, नेक्स्ट कंपोनेंट इज फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी। व्हाट इज फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी? इट इज़ अ रेंज ऑफ मूवमेंट इन अ जॉइंट्स और ग्रुप ऑफ जॉइंट्स। मीन्स कि हमारा जो जॉइंट्स होते हैं जैसे शोल्डर जॉइंट, हिप जॉइंट, हमारा नी जॉइंट, हमारा एल्बो जॉइंट्स, जितने भी जॉइंट्स हैं डिफरेंट, उनकी रेंज ऑफ मूवमेंट्स कितनी है वहाँ उस पर्टिकुलर एरिया में, ग्रुप ऑफ मसल की या पर्टिकुलर मसल्स की रेंज ऑफ मूवमेंट कितनी है, कितनी रेंज तक वो पर्टिकुलर मसल को स्ट्रेच कर सकते हैं। Flexibility training includes stretching exercises to lengthen the muscles and may include activities like yoga or tai chi also. फ्लैक्सिबिलिटी, एज यू नो दैट कि बच्चों की फ्लैक्सिबिलिटी सबसे ज़्यादा होती है। वाई? क्योंकि उनकी बॉडी की मसल्स जो होती हैं, बोन्स होती हैं, वो सॉफ्ट होती हैं, बट एक एज के बाद जाके हमारी मसल्स जो है वो फ्लेक्स होने लगती हैं। जब स्टिफ होने लगती हैं तो हमारी फ्लैक्सिबिलिटी रेंज ऑफ मूवमेंट जो होता है वो भी स्टिफ होने लगता है। बट वी कैन इंक्रीज विद द हेल्प ऑफ योगा एंड डिफरेंट एक्सरसाइजेज। There are two types of flexibility: passive flexibility as well as active flexibility. What is passive flexibility? It is the ability to do movement with greater distance with external help. Means किसी भी एक्टिविटी को करने के लिए, किसी भी स्ट्रेचिंग एक्सरसाइज को करने के लिए मैक्सिमम डिस्टेंस तक किसी एक्सटर्नल या किसी हेल्प की जरूरत होती है। पैसिव फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी। एक्टिव फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी, ability to do movement for longer distance without external help. मीन्स कि जो हमारी खुद की मैक्सिमम रेंज होती है, हम अपनी बॉडी को कितना बेंड कर सकते हैं, कितना स्ट्रेच कर सकते हैं, दैट इज आर एक्टिव फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी, जिसमें हमें किसी की हेल्प की जरूरत नहीं होती है। फर्दर एक्टिव फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी को भी हम टू पार्ट में डिवाइड करते हैं, स्टैटिक एंड डायनामिक। स्टैटिक, एज द नेम इट इज क्लियर, जहाँ पे कोई मोशन नहीं होता, कोई मूवमेंट नहीं होता है। तो एक्टिव स्टैटिक फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी में क्या होता है? इट इज रिक्वायर्ड व्हेन अ स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन रिमेन इन स्टैटिक पोजीशन लाइक वॉकिंग, सिटिंग एंड ऑल दिस। आप चल रहे हैं तो जितनी आपकी चलने में मूवमेंट हो रहा है, मसल्स की स्ट्रेचिंग हो रही है, आप बैठे हुए हैं जितनी मसल स्ट्रेच हो रही है, दैट इज योर एक्टिव स्टैटिक फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी। डायनामिक फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी मीन जब फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी को, स्ट्रेचिंग को करने के लिए मूवमेंट की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है, मूवमेंट होता है बॉडी में। It is needed for long movement with greater distance when an individual in motion. Means कि जब हम कुछ वर्कआउट करते हैं, मीन्स हम कोई आसन कर रहे हैं, हम किसी भी तरीके की ऐसी एक्टिविटी कर रहे हैं जहाँ पे रेंज ऑफ मूवमेंट तो इंक्रीज हो ही रहा है, साथ में बॉडी भी मोशन में है, तो दैट इज कॉल्ड एक्टिव डायनामिक फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी। The next component is coordinative ability. What is coordinative ability? It is the ability of an individual to control movement of different body parts so that they can work together properly as well efficiently. Means कि different body part means eye hand coordination, हैंड लेग कोऑर्डिनेशन। तो किसी भी एक्टिविटी को करने के लिए जब हम पर्टिकुलर दो पार्ट या दो से ज़्यादा बॉडी पार्ट्स को एक साथ कंट्रोल करके एक्टिविटी करते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड कोऑर्डिनेटिव एबिलिटी। इट बेसिकली डिपेंड ऑन द मोटर कंट्रोल एंड रेगुलेशन प्रोसेस ऑफ CNS सिस्टम। कोऑर्डिनेशन का जो हमारा सिस्टम है वो हमारा बेसिकली सेंट्रल नर्वस सिस्टम से अटैच होता है। हमारी बॉडी का जो माइंड का न्यूरॉन सिस्टम होता है उससे अटैच होता है। हमारी बॉडी के मोटर कंट्रोल जो होते हैं उससे अटैच होता है। तो कितनी जल्दी हमारी बॉडी, हमारा नर्वस सिस्टम स्टिमुलस भेजता है किसी भी एक्टिविटी को करने के लिए, तो हमारी कोऑर्डिनेटिव एबिलिटी उसी के ऊपर डिपेंड करती है। सो स्टूडेंट्स, आई होप in this video you understand the concept or component of physical fitness. In our next video we will discuss about the component of wellness as well as component of health related fitness. Thank you.